Congri. Lisa comes to pick me up. I'm not thrilled about it because whenever it's her turn, we have to walk. Lisa doesn't own a car. She says she doesn't need one, that with her own 2 feet she can walk or pedal to wherever she has to go. Even though I think she's a little weird, Mommy really likes her. She says that Lisa is like her sister, even though they don't look anything alike. Mommy likes to wear makeup, even if she's going outside to get the newspaper. Her hair is always fixed and her clothes match perfectly. And she always wears perfume. Lisa, on the other hand, is all natural. I've never seen her with a drop of makeup, and the clothes she wears are a bit strange. Although I have to admit, she looks very comfortable in her long flowery skirt and old t-shirt. Mommy says that Lisa doesn't use makeup because she doesn't need it, and I think she's right. She's very pretty, with that long black hair flowing all the way down to her waist. Instead of lipstick, she wears a smile. "Hi, beautiful," she says cheerfully from the other side of the street. I half smile as I cross to meet her. I don't feel much like talking today. We walk on, in silence. Lisa looks all around, smiling all the while. It's as if the trees and the birds were broadcasting messages that only she can hear. "Your mommy told me that you made some delicious cangrejitos." "Yeah. Do you have any left? I'd die for one." "No," I tell her. I think about challenging her just to see how she responds. But since Grandma taught me how to make them yesterday, I can make them for you whenever. I expect some sort of reaction to my madness, but Lisa doesn't say anything. She keeps smiling, as she always does. "Well, that's great," she says. "Your grandma really did know how to cook. It's such a shame your mommy didn't inherit that talent." We both look at each other and burst out laughing. I think of the smell of burnt rice from the other night. Most of the rice stayed stuck to the bottom of the pot. Lisa had stopped by to see how Mommy was holding up, and after smelling the disaster, she turned around, got on her bike, and came back with a rotisserie chicken and a loaf of bread. We ate it with such hunger that all that was left were the bones. There wasn't a bite to share with the neighbor's dogs. At home, I make my tostaditas and café con leche. I ask Lisa if she wants any, but she says she has a million things to do and that she'll stop by later. While I wait for the coffee to brew, I look into the pantry to see if there's something to fix for dinner. There are a few cans of tuna, beans, tomato paste, olives, sardines. Actually, nothing. I'm hoping Lisa will bring something tonight, or otherwise it'll be tuna fish sandwiches again. Or breakfast for dinner, another one of Mom's specialties. Translation: cereal with milk. After math homework, I put on some of my dance music and start to dance. I practice a few moves, whichever ones come to mind. But after a while, I forget about them and my feet begin to improvise. I can feel the vibrations of the trumpets in the bottoms of my feet, as if they were tickling them, making them move. Grandma used to say that I'd inherited that rhythm from her people, just like my wavy hair and the coffee color of my skin. My teacher agrees. She says that no other student dances to tropical jazz the way I do. "It's in your blood, Celeste," my teacher used to say. "Let it out." And that's when I'd let go and start dancing like a hurricane, taking down everything along my path. But I no longer go to dance class. There's not enough money. I fling myself onto a chair, exhausted, but the break doesn't last very long. Through the window, I can see that the flag on top of the mailbox is no longer sticking up, so I run to grab the mail. In between bills and catalogs, I spot an envelope with Grandma's handwriting. "Dear Celeste, I hope that the cangrejitos you made came out delicious. Did your mommy like them? She has loved them ever since she was a little girl. I never taught her how to make them, even though she always asked me to, because I was terrified she'd burn herself, or that she'd love to cook so much she'd quit school. I wanted her to have a career because I never had that option. In the end, I don't know if what I did was right or wrong. But then, when you asked me to teach you how to cook, It occurred to me that if I didn't, all the flavors of our history would be lost. My only regret is that this cursed illness didn't give me enough time. But at least you know the essentials. Be patient and follow the recipe with measurements so that it comes out just as good every single time. Soon you'll know when it's time to add your personal touch to these dishes. In the meantime, here's the recipe for Congri so that you will remember me. I love you always. Your Grandma, Rosa. Congri was our weekend fare. Grandma would make a bean soup sometime during the week and would add whatever was left over for the Congri. And if there wasn't any left, then she'd used canned beans. Either way, it always came out delicious. She used to say that during colonial times, Haitian slaves had taken the Congri to Cuba, to the province of Oriente, where my family was from. In their language, the slaves would call the beans Congo and the rice rice, and that's where the word Congri came from. I read through the recipe and realized that, by some miracle, we have all the ingredients we need. I immediately began to cook so that I can surprise Mommy when she gets home.